Now, we also stress the fact that action is necessary to change an individual. Just talking about things, thinking about things is nice, but not necessary. I should say it's not a necessary condition for psychotherapeutic change. What the individual has to do in addition usually is act, and we therefore give him concrete homework assignments and get him to act these out and check up and follow to see whether he does these homework assignments. And our final goal is to get the individual to learn, and learn for the rest of his life, to challenge and question his own basic value systems, his own thinking, so that he really thinks for himself. He must do this particularly when he feels miserable, he feels anxiety or depression or guilt or too much frustration or anything else that is negative, or when he behaves very inefficiently. And finally, he was able, through this kind of new thinking, rethinking his own assumptions, to apply what we call the scientific method to the facets of human living, and to be truly scientific in his behavior, to question and challenge his own assumptions as we do in science, and thereby to minimize, though never entirely to eliminate, the terrible anxiety and the atrocious hostility which unfortunately affects most of us in this existence. Hello, Gloria. I'm Dr. Ellis. You want to
Dr. Ellis.
Be seated, please? Well, would you like to tell me what's bothering you most?
Yeah, I think the things that I'd like to talk to you the most about are adjusting to my single life. Mostly men, I guess. As a matter of fact, I don't know if I'm doing the wrong thing, but I'm going to refer to your book anyway, because this is what I'm impressed with, the book about the Intelligent Woman's Guide to Manhunting.
Yeah.
I tried to follow it, and I believe in it. This is why it's so fun reading your book, because I'm not much of a reader, but I sort of believe the same way you do. But then I've got a problem in this area. The men that I'm attracted to, or the type of man I'd like to become closely involved with, I can't seem to meet, or I get too shy with, or something that it just doesn't click. The men I seem to be dating nowadays are the ones that I don't respect much, the ones I don't enjoy much, that seem flip and uninteresting. And I don't know if it's something about me or what, because I really do want to meet this kind of man.
Well, let's talk a little about your shyness. Let's suppose you meet somebody whom you consider eligible, that you might like. Now, let's see if we can get at the source of your shyness, just what you're telling yourself to create this. You meet this man and you feel shy, embarrassed.
Yes, but I don't usually show that. I usually act flip right back.
Yeah.
I act like the other men act to me, as a matter of fact. I act flip. I don't seem near as intelligent. I act like a typical dumb blonde. I'm just not myself with him. I'm more on at ease.
Yes, well, as you probably know from manhunting, I believe that people only get emotions such as negative emotions of shyness, embarrassment, shame, because they tell themselves something in simple exclamatory sentences. Now let's try to find out what you're telling yourself. You're meeting this individual. Now what do you think you're saying to yourself before you get flipped?
I know what it is, that I don't stand up to his expectations. I'm not quite enough for him. He's superior to me. Although I want this type of man, I'm afraid I won't have enough to attract him.
Well, that's the first part of the sentence, and that might be a true one, because maybe he could be superior to you in some ways. Maybe he wouldn't be attracted to you, but that would never upset you if you were only saying that. I think he may be superior to me. Now, you're adding a second sentence to that, which is, if this is so, that would be awful.
Well, not quite so extreme as that, because I've thought about that, too. It's usually, I've missed my chance again, because when I want to become... If I want to show the very best of myself, because I think I have self-confidence that I have enough to offer.
Yeah.
But when I get afraid like that, then I show all the bad qualities. I'm flip, I'm so much on the defensive that I can't show my good qualities. And it's like I missed my chance again. There was a good opportunity to be close to this man, and I loused it up again.
All right, but even let's suppose you're saying that, and I think you really are, but you must be saying something else too, because if you were just saying hell, I missed my chance again, you'd say, all right, next time, I'll take advantage of what I learned this time and do it a little better. Now, you still must be saying, if you feel shame, embarrassment, shyness, there's something pretty bad about your error in missing your chance again.
I don't know if this follows in the context of what you're saying, but the thing I do feel is that I get suspicious then. Am I the type of woman that will only appeal to the ones that are not my type of guy anyway? Is there something wrong with me? Am I never going to find the kind of man I enjoy? I always seem to get the other ones.